You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, Black and White Sports fans, we are back here together for this video, and we're going to be talking about Skip Bayless. Now, Skip Bayless actually does need a debate partner over there on Undisputed, right, Rhodes?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Since Shannon Sharpe decided to fly the coop on him.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we still don't know how that's going to turn out for Shannon necessarily. We don't.
Yeah, really don't know. I know he has podcasts. His podcast gets a lot of views on YouTube.
It gets a lot of views. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have to see what actually happens with Shannon. But however, Skip Bayless, do you think he's actually going to make the deadline? August 28th, I believe, is when they actually said Undisputed is coming back. But as of right now, we still don't know who they're actually going to get.
I don't know, and let me pose a question to you. Would you rather see one partner or a rotating group of partners like on First Take? Because I'd rather see one guy.
I would rather see one guy. The rotational thing, it doesn't work. I mean, if you really want people to watch your show, you're going to need that one guy. I don't think that Skip would have had a problem, trying to find rotational guys, to come on one day a week. But for one guy to be committed all the time may be a bit of a problem with Skip Bayless's work ethic. Now, a lot of people do believe that his next debate partner will be black. Maybe so. I don't know. I really don't care if the guy's white or black or whatever.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
matter. I don't get it. Yeah.
It doesn't matter, but apparently to a couple of rappers, it does matter. A couple of rappers by the name of Maze and Cameron want Skip Bayless to stop debating black people. They actually believe that Skip Bayless is exploiting black people. I guess they're saying, hey, stick to your own kind. This sounds kind of racist to me on paper, right, Rhodes?
Well, it's really confusing because Skip Bayless is very popular among black people. It's very confusing.
You know what? I don't know if many people know his background.
I mean, it's strange because, look, Skip Bayless is sort of the inventor of the on-TV barbershop platform.
Yes, he is.
And
by the way, his first debate partner wasn't even a black guy.
Woody Page.
Woody Page.
Woody Page. Cold
Woody
Pizza.
Page, white guy.
Yeah, ESPN Cold Pizza. People forget that. By the way, Woody Page and Skip Bayless was very good back then.
Yeah, they were really
very good. Yeah.
They were really, really good. But in case people don't know the background of Skip Bayless has been pretty vocal about his background. His family, let's just be real. He didn't like his family. His parents were alcoholics. Him and his brother, Rick Bayless, the chef. I'm not going to say he doesn't love his brother, but he said that he is much closer to Stephen A. Smith. He said that Stephen A. Smith was more of a brother to him than his own brother. He was dead serious about that.
Well,
because
they both kind of rose up out of a lot of drama too as children.
Yeah. Skip Bayless came from alcoholics. There's a reason why Skip Bayless said he doesn't have kids, because apparently alcoholism runs in the blood. He said, nope, that ends. Skip Bayless does not drink. And say what you want about Skip Bayless, but Skip Bayless is not a racist. Not in the least bit.
No.
Because if you look at his background, Skip Bayless was actually raised by a black woman. Skip Bayless went to a black church. He was the only white guy in the church. It was a woman that worked for his grandmother, took Skip Bayless, brought him to church, and he has sung nothing but praises about him. So that's probably the reason why, he's really good friends with Stephen A. Smith and Lil Wayne. Those are probably his two best friends in the world.
So let me ask you this. How bothered were you by Skip's DeMar Hamlin comments that everybody, and Shannon Sharpe ultimately, supposedly, it was one of the leading factors of him wanting to leave was, Skip Bayless sort of making a comment of, I'm really worried about the guy, but at the same time, the show must go on as far as the season. And everybody, you remember how roasted Skip Bayless got over that?
He got blasted.
Offended by that?
I wasn't offended by the tweet. I believe that the timing of the tweet was probably more of a problem because, yes, everybody knew that the NFL was actually going to have to address how do they actually complete this game. The timing of it was probably more of the problem, but still, that wasn't anything to do with race.
Everybody roasted Skip over that tweet and the timing. Does anybody happen to know that the Bengals would not have agreed to have walked off that field had they realized they weren't going to get to finish that game the next day?
Well, you got to remember,
they weren't going to leave the field.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe it didn't initially the NFL said that they were telling players to like go back on the field. Well, it was going to be like a 10-minute delay or something.
Initially, a 5 or 10 minute delay. The NFL tried to back way off because they started taking hits over it on social media. But remember the coin flip and all the drama around the Bengals? That stemmed from the fact that they were told they were going to get to make up that game like the next day or on Wednesday. And then it came out. Bengals were like, we wouldn't have left the field. We would have played.
Yeah.
And so, you know, people forget about all of that kind of thing. It wasn't just Skip Bayless going, the show must go on. The Bengals were like, the show must go on. They thought the show was going to go on.
And look what happened when it came to the playoffs, because they did not complete that game. The Chiefs ended up with home field, and the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. It had playoff implications. I'm not taking away anything from Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, but that played a role. No doubt about it. But let's go ahead and get to these rappers here. Rhodes, check this out on Outkick here. Rappers want Skip Bayless to debate white people. Stop being a culture vulture. That's some strong words right there, man. Let's go ahead and read this.
Wow.
Mason Cameron says Skip Bayless takes advantage of black people. No, he does not. The rappers dare him to change up the Undisputed format to debate white people. Quote, he always tries to get someone to bring the culture to him, where he can pay them less and benefit off the culture. I don't think anybody should go on there. I want to see him do it with Todd McShay or Ashley Brewer. She's good looking. Now, the thing is, when it comes to Shannon Sharpe, yeah, he was a Hall of Famer in the NFL when he actually got there. But Shannon Sharpe was not, bit time in the media when he came on to Undisputed, right?
Not at all.
No, it was a Skip Bayless show.
If anything, Skip grabbed him and rose him up to prominence when it comes to sports debate. Let's not get confused here.
This is why I believe Shannon Sharpe is going to get a good job somewhere else. This is why his podcast is probably taking off because of that. So I don't know what he's talking about. Todd McShay, Ashley Brewer, no, it ain't going to work on Undisputed with them. He needs somebody else that's going to come in with that Stephen A. Smith kind of attitude or the Shannon Sharpe attitude. It's not, you're going to need somebody to really be the opposite of Skip Bayless, on sports and, personality wise.
Right.
I don't think Todd McShay has that. Neither does Ashley Brewer. But they go on. It says, quote, I don't think anybody who's got any kind of culture should go up there with Skip. He's not going to pay them. And there's going to be a token black guy where he can make some cash off of them. I would not consider Shannon Sharpe a token black guy or Stephen A. Smith when he came on. No way. I knew who Stephen A. was way before he actually got on Undisputed. Not Undisputed, First Take. I remember Stephen A. Smith when he first hit ESPN in 2004.
Way back in the day.
Yeah.
Way back in the day. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Quote, I would love to see Skip Bayless do that shit with somebody white, Cameron adds. My goodness, man.
God, that's dumb.
This is a bunch of BS, man.
That's got to be, and for full disclosure, Cameron and Mace actually have a sports show now. They actually have what's turning into a pretty good independently owned sports podcast. It's on YouTube. They got like 200,000 subs or something like that, and they talk sports. But this is one of the most ignorant takes I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, this is
no sense whatsoever.
Horrible take right here.
Yeah.
This is a terrible take. Look at this. Look at this here. They say this right here. Skip Bayless left ESPN for FS1 in 2016. The original plan was for him to host Undisputed himself with a rotation of debate partners a la First Take Today. Plans changed, and Bayless asked the network to instead inquire about Shannon Sharpe, who had filled in for Smith at ESPN to debate Bayless. Now, even Shannon Sharpe says that Skip Bayless is the one that wanted him on that show. Because I remember when Undisputed was first coming out, all you saw was like Joy Taylor and Skip Bayless out there, I guess doing like promos and stuff. And maybe they hadn't like dialed in on Shannon Sharpe yet. I don't remember exactly. But anyway, it says here, Sharpe was available because he didn't have a job. CBS had fired him a year before for his poor performance on NFL pregame show. Bayless made more than Sharpe during their time together. Of course he did. It was Bayless's show. Yeah.
Dude,
and still the gap between Bayless and here, this is a good one right here. This is a good comment right here. And still the gap between Bayless and Sharpe was much smaller than the gap between Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman in favor of the black guy. Right on the money. That was a wide gap between Max and Stephen A.
Dude, they're missing the point. Skip is the godfather of sports debate.
Easily.
All right. If you want to become a made man, you go to Skip Bayless. Go. There's a reason why Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith want to keep hooking up together, because they know they make the most powerful sports debate duo in all of sports when they are together. But if you want to be made, I don't care what color you are, I would be knocking down doors to get on with Skip Bayless on that show, for crying out loud, and then hope to God I could keep up with his work ethic. You know what I'm saying? This is nuts. I mean, if anything, make no mistake, Shannon Sharpe built his media prominence because of Skip Bayless giving him a chance to begin with. Wow.
I think it's an insult, man, to Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith to equate them to token black guys. That doesn't make any sense at all, man. Tokens? Come on, man.
It just doesn't make any sense to me, because I know absolutely for a fact how Skip Bayless is viewed in the black community.
Yeah.
Skip in the black community is adored. Now, maybe he took a hit over the Damar Hamlin thing. I don't know. I still don't get exactly why. I think it was a bit of an overreaction from everybody involved in that. But if you're looking to be entertained from sports debate, Skip Bayless needs to be on the other side of the table. I don't care who you are. And Todd McShay's an NFL draft expert.
Right.
Why would you have him on a debate show? And Ashley Brewer was on Sports Center. That doesn't make any sense at all.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
Not only that, I'm going to call their asses out for this too. I promise, if they had put a white guy up there, you'd have been calling them racist, and Skip Bayless a racist for not giving a black person the opportunity to be back on that stage. Let's just be real. We know how this works.
Right. But if there was a white guy, who do you think the white guy would actually be? That would actually be a good fit with
today?
Skip. Yeah.
I don't know.
I was trying to think of that while we were actually doing this video here. It's tough. Matt's ain't gonna get it done, man. Matt's wasn't good on First Take. I mean, Skip Bayless would destroy Max Kellerman.
I didn't know this. Max Kellerman's got a bit of a following that I didn't even know existed.
Well, he's great in boxing, man.
He's really good
great
at boxing. I don't want to see Max Kellerman on TV in front of my face, to be honest with you. I don't. I'm not a big Max. I quit watching First Take because of Max Kellerman.
Yeah, I did too. When he went, when they went all in on like Trump and everything, the MAGA hat and the locker, I was like, nah, I'm done.
Yep.
I'm done. And I turned it off, and I haven't watched since. I really would like to see Michael Irvin get on that show as the full-time host.
That's the guy.
Now, I don't know how Michael Irvin feels about living in L.A. I don't know about that, but I believe he would be the perfect person for Skip Bayless outside of the Cowboys scene. Now, the Cowboys scene, man, that's what I believe will actually hold that back, because Skip is going to need somebody that's not a Cowboys fan.
And we know, look, they're big fans of each other. Okay, I mean
yeah.
they're both major Cowboy fans. But look, you just asked. That's the guy I want.
You know what?
Show,
Know who would be
Michael
perfect?
Irvin.
You wonder who would be perfect, but it ain't gonna happen. Charles Barkley. That would, I believe, the ratings would go through the roof.
He is the match. And Skip
Yes,
Bayless,
because
I watched that video very closely. Skip was not kidding.
No,
He wants Charles Barkley
wants him.
on that show.
and we know that Charles Barkley hates Skip Bayless. That's why I believe it will work.
Must see TV.
Must see TV right there.
Yeah, exactly.
And Charles definitely ain't a token black guy.
Oh no.
No,
No, not at all.
no. Oh man. Anything else, Rhodes, to add to this?
No, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all we got, guys. Let us know what you guys think about this in the comments section. Peace, we're out.
Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.